KwaZulu-Natal Education MEC Kwazi Mshengu is monitoring the reopening of schools in the area of Phoenix. This is following the unrest and the killing of many people in Phoenix in the last 2 weeks. The MEC has been engaged in back-to-back peace talks in that area. For more, let's get the latest now from our reporter Karinda Jagmohan, who is with the MEC. Karinda, the KZN province, while schools are reopening, but the department, or should I say the sector, is still counting the cost of the damage. What's the MEC saying?
Good morning to you. Well, the Education MEC speaking here at the Arlington Secondary School had quite a lot to say, especially to the young people here, the pupils, about their role right now in trying to find some sort of social cohesion following the racism that we have seen in this particular suburb of Phoenix. I'm joined now by the Education MEC, Kwazi Mshengu. MEC, thank you for speaking to Newzroom Africa. I mean, just briefly, you had a very strong message to the pupils, to others that are watching, and as well as their parents. What role do young people have now after the unrest and the violence and discrimination we've seen over the past 2 weeks?
Well, as in isiZulu we say, basically taking responsibility doesn't need any particular age. Now it falls squarely on the shoulders of these young learners to assist the nation to build a truly non-racial, united society. And they have an advantage because they school together, they socialize together, they befriend one another. So basically they do everything together. And this is the spirit and the attitude that they must take to communities and to their families to say, we are one people, we may be of different race, but we must use our diversity as a strength, and we must put humanity above all else. So there must be no point where as a people we get divided on the basis of race. We know that it will take years because we still have to deal with the legacy of the apartheid. There are things that continue to reinforce racial tensions and attitude. The special settlements, for example, still reinforces racial tensions to say these areas for this particular group of people. So those are the things that will take time to deal with. But with this generation, it must be a generation that must be protected by all of us, so that we build on it to really prosper forward towards a non-racial and truly united society. So that is the message that we're sending to learners today, to say we have seen what has happened. We all agree that it should not have happened. And now we must commit that it will never happen again. And therefore they must take the message to their parents, to their communities, to say what we actually saw as killings resulting from racism and other racist remarks that have been made in the past does not belong to the South Africa of our dreams.
MEC, I mean, already as we open our schools, we are facing quite a lot of risk because there was damage following the flooding 2 years ago, then COVID-19, and now I understand that schools have also been impacted during the unrest. What is the state of our school system right now in KZN?
Well, all our schools are operational as we speak. They've all reopened, including those that were affected during the unrest, 137 of them, with 3 being gutted with fire. And those that were gutted with fire, we have been able to deploy mobile classrooms so that they can be used for teaching and learning. The reports I got earlier today was that indeed those schools are functional. So all our schools are operational, and we have not received any worrying incidents, as the case may be, even here in Phoenix, in Chatsworth, as well as in North Dale, in Pietermaritzburg, because those are 3 areas that have high levels of tensions amongst the people. But so far, it does appear that even the attendance of learners to schools is quite satisfying.
Thank you very much for your time. MEC for Education in KwaZulu-Natal, Kwazi Mshengu, just touching again on the message he passed on to the pupils that are here, telling them that at this point they are living in a suburb that has seen racism happen. They need to take it upon their shoulders to stop this in its tracks and to attend to situations they see, alerting their school authorities as well. When such incidents happen, the Education MEC says that everyone has a responsibility to do such. He says that over over 180 schools have been damaged in KwaZulu-Natal during the unrest. 3 schools completely gutted. But at this time, all schools, or most schools rather, have opened. Outside this particular school, there is an SANDF presence. There are quite a few soldiers outside this specific school. And it seems that schooling in KwaZulu-Natal is indeed underway, but with an important message at this time, following the chaos, mayhem, unrest and discrimination that we have seen in this province over the past 2 weeks.